Hello and welcome to the Handed Down Kitchen, where we bring recipes out of the past and back into the kitchen. For today's recipe, we'll be showing you how to make a 1960s strawberry tart that's perfect for summertime. The recipes we've used to make this are from our copy of the Sunday Telegraph Cookery book, which was published in 1967, including instructions for how to make the sweet short crust pastry case and the strawberry filling, and also a recipe for gooseberry jam, which is used to make the strawberry glaze. To make the pastry, you're going to need 113 grams of plain flour, 57 grams of castor sugar, 57 grams of softened butter, the yolks of 2 small eggs, a pinch of salt, and a bit of lemon zest. And then for the strawberry filling, you're going to need 1 dessert spoonful of water, 340 grams of fresh strawberries, and 4 tablespoonfuls of gooseberry jam. The first thing to do is to make your sweet short crust pastry. In a small bowl, mix together your egg yolks with your castor sugar and the butter until these are roughly blended together. Next, on a pastry board or on your countertop, sift the flour, and add the pinch of salt over this. Then make a well in the centre of the flour and add to this your egg mixture. Then lightly but quickly draw the flour into the egg mixture using your fingers to combine all of the ingredients and form the pastry. Although it's in the ingredients list, the recipe doesn't actually tell you when to add your lemon zest to the pastry. So what we did was, after bringing together our pastry, we flattened it out lightly using our fingers, then we sprinkled the lemon zest over the top of the pastry and just evened this out a bit using our fingers. Fold the pastry a couple of times just to seal the zest in. And then wrap it up in cling film or greaseproof paper and transfer to the fridge for it to rest. After at least half an hour, when your pastry will be nice and cold, bring it out of the fridge and start rolling it out. We always roll our pastry out onto a sheet of greaseproof paper or cling film just to make it easier to transfer it to a baking dish. The recipe says to roll out your pastry as thinly as you dare, ideally to the thickness of half a crown, which, as you can see here, is very thin indeed. Once your pastry is rolled out as thinly as you dare, transfer it to a well-buttered tart tin and lightly press it into place around all the corners and the edges. Don't worry about any holes or cracks you get, these can be easily patched up after. We're going to blind blind bake the tart case, so prick the base all over with a fork and then line with greaseproof paper and fill it with baking beans or rice. Bake in the centre of a preheated oven at 193 degrees Celsius, which is 380 degrees Fahrenheit or gas mark 5, for 10 to 12 minutes. Once this is done, very carefully remove the baking beans or rice, which will be very hot, and then return the pastry case to the oven for 5 more minutes just to bake the base. When your case is ready, set it to one side to cool down, and while it's cooling, make your filling. To make your strawberry filling, reserve 6 of your strawberries and slice the rest in half. Then pack the strawberries tightly into the case. The recipe doesn't give us a pattern to follow and just says that the strawberries should come to a slight peak in the centre, which we've tried to achieve by lying them around the dish in a spiral, finishing in the middle of the case. Next, chop up your 6 remaining strawberries as finely as possible. And then mash them together a bit with a fork, and then pass them through a sieve to make a smooth puree. Transfer the puree to a small saucepan and add in the water and the gooseberry jam. Stir these together over a gentle heat until they're fully combined, and then set aside to cool down completely, which will take about half an hour. When the puree is completely cold, pour it over the strawberries and your tart is ready to eat. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy seeing us recreate antique recipes such as this one, remember to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button so that you're notified each time we come out with a new recipe video. You can also find full instructions for how to make this tart and so many more recipes on our website, which is linked in the description box below. And you can also join us on Pinterest and on Instagram, again linked in the description box below.